Good. All right. Here we go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Wakanda Alliance program. Happy Women's History Month to everybody. Whose first time is it here? First time. All right. Welcome. What's your name, brother? Charlie. Okay, cool. And these all C's, nephews, cousins? All your kids. All right, cool. How cool is y'all down on a scale of 1 to 10?
10.
Y'all ain't go above 10. Y'all just stopped at 10. Is he like a 20?
Not that cool.
All right, okay. All right. At least he admits it. Well, thank you for bringing young ones to the program today. Hope y'all gonna enjoy yourselves. We're gonna talk a little bit about superheroes, Afrofuturism. Who's your favorite superhero? Y'all got a favorite superhero? Black Panther. Oh man, all right. Gold Star. Who else? Black Panther. Spider-Man and Superman. Okay. Killmonger is yours? All right, that's fine. I love a good anti-hero / villain. All right, excellent.
You trying to save me?
Word up, cool. So, since it is Women's History Month, I like to say Women's Infinity Month because I'm thinking about women not just in our past, but also in our present, in our future, right? A lot of us want to be here. Actually, sorry, all of us want to be here without a woman in our lives. So, is there a woman that's special in y'all lives that y'all like to acknowledge? Go ahead.
All the women in my family.
All the women in your family. Okay, every single one of them. I love it.
My
Mom. Okay, cool.
my mom.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, my mom's great. Mom's around the corner. She might be here today. Cool. All right. What about a woman that's outside of your family? Who are some women that y'all look up to?
My best friend, even though she goes to different school.
Okay. All right. Y'all still hang out and still keep in contact? Good. All right. Dope.
My teacher.
Your teacher. All right. Well, which teacher?
Huh?
Which teacher? For what class? Or is she just like your science? Okay, cool. You like science? Does she make you like science more? Great. Cool. Anybody else? Go ahead.
My science teacher.
Your science teacher too? All right. Interesting. What is it about science? Is it like
She makes it fun. It's an experiment.
experiments? All
I
right.
get to do like experiments.
You think she would let y'all blow stuff up if y'all wanted to?
No.
No? All right, cool. That's a good thinking teacher.
We're doing a planet project.
Okay.
We have to like pick a planet and then we have to like give details to each other.
Okay. All right. Cool. I like it.
Why did it just say moon girl and dinosaur?
You're gonna find out very soon. All right. So just a few things about the Wakanda Alliance program. We read comics. We talk about the future. We talk about the past. We talk about why the present is so cool and why we all play a dope role in who we are. A couple of announcements real quick. We're going to VillaCon. So Villa Maria is doing their own convention. Comics, anime, whatever you're into, you'll see cosplayers, you'll see costumes, you'll see different panels going on. We're gonna have our own room set up, so we'll be doing games, we'll be doing workshops, panels, talking to different people. So that's gonna be pretty cool. All right, so we want to do they also have a cosplay contest. So if you have a really good idea for a costume, you can wear it, and then maybe you'll win a contest.
You guys like dressing up like the Black Panther?
Yeah, cool. Logan, Skylar, either one of y'all into cosplay yet? No, but y'all like people who do cosplay though, right? There we go. Okay, cool. So if anything, you get some good pictures with everybody. You know what I'm saying? I love the pictures. It's only $10 to go to. So March 25th from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. We'll be there from about 10 to 10.
If you really ain't got it, we got you.
10 to 6. Woo, not 10 to 10. No, that's a long time.
All right, shit.
Also, we have a new program called Shuri STEM Lab for high school students, grades 9 through 12. That's going to be starting in a few weeks. And so we like to do different science projects. Is the leg fall? We're good? We're good? Okay, cool. So if you know anybody who's in high school who loves doing science, by all means, have them sign up. We have a QR code you can scan to get to that. All right. We're also doing the Wakanda Alliance Academy, where we teach people how to teach leadership development skills. So say, for example, Skylar, what do you want to do when you get older? Or ask for a career, rather? Teach? What? Did I kind of help facilitate that? Did I help you want to be a teacher? A little bit? Okay, that's all right. Word up. I feel like Professor X. Give me a wheelchair.
Yep.
Word. Okay. So if Skylar wants to be a teacher, then we would do certain projects. We would talk to other teachers. We would get professional experiences from other teachers, other professionals to help guide the kids on what they want to do. Also teach them how to do workshops like we do here at the Wakanda Alliance program. So that's going to be a really fun thing. If you want to sign up, there's also a QR code for that. John, anything to add to that?
I just wanted to say we know 2 teachers who run Teachers College at Penn State, and they like actually college we learn how to go teach. So I'll just say we have a wide network, and we always got people who can help set people up with what they want to do.
Yeah, Dope. Cool. All right. Excellent. Thanks, John. All right. Might need a different table. Yeah, watch that legs. The legs a little wobbly. And then last but not least, for the little ones, we're gonna have a summer camp going on in the summer. So starting in July, we'll be at Buffalo State. We're also gonna have special guests come in, different art projects and everything like that. So just think of it as a Wakanda school, right? So if y'all could go to school in Wakanda, what do you think y'all would see? Go ahead. Vibranium. Okay, cool.
Futuristic tech.
Futuristic tech, yeah, cool. What else? Go ahead. Superhero items. All right, dope. Like what? What's a superhero item you would see?
Like Black Panther's mask.
Black Panther's mask. That'd be cool. Word. Solomon, you want to handle the mic for me? Thank you, sir. Cool. All right, so we might not have all of that. Unless I can find some vibranium, because I've been looking around for vibranium. I don't think I can find it. So, but we will do other cool activities. You said what, John?
You just gotta close your eyes.
Yeah, it's not gonna help with bullets though. All right, so like I said, this is Women's Infinity Month. Women in the future. When y'all think about women in the future, what do you think they're going to look like? What do you think they're gonna dress like? What do you think they're gonna do? Go ahead, young man. Yeah. Young homie. My bad. I got to use gender neutral terms. Young homie, go ahead.
I don't know. I forgot.
You forgot? That's all right. It's all right. Next. Who else? Women in the future. What do y'all think about? Go ahead.
Like successful women.
Okay. All right. Yeah. There's always successful women.
What do you see women being successful with?
Like having amazing jobs, like being a teacher or
Okay.
I don't know. Engineering.
Gotcha. All right, cool. Oh, we got some more amazing women coming in. Come on in. We were just talking about Women's Infinity Month. Word up. Yeah, we gotta find a seat.
When women
over here.
get off their own government, then we gonna be ushered into a new age of learning and peace.
Okay.
All of the words were started by men, right?
Right.
And all of the women are graduating and doing way better at academics than all of the men in the entire world, right?
Statistically, yes.
So statistically, we have the dumbest people leading the world right now. The most angry, aggressive, stupid people.
Boom.
But when the most kind, nurturing, intelligent people lead, the world will change.
I agree with that. Anybody else agree with that? More smart people who have the right ideas, people who aren't trying to just duke it out all the time and cause trouble, right? Different solutions. Absolutely. I definitely believe that. Cool. Good answer. Go ahead. Okay, cool. Excellent. That's what I like to hear. All right, John, anything to add on to the idea of Women's Infinity Month?
Yeah, I just think I try to think of things like 7 generations forward, 7 generations back. So 7 generations back, every Black woman in America, most Black women were slaves. 7 generations, and right now, look at where we are at. Black women are going to college, starting businesses more than any other population in the country. So I think 7 generations forward, how much more could be added to that?
All right, dig it. Go ahead. You got a response? Go ahead.
So going back to past, that's funny that you mentioned past. Past should repeat itself, right? That's how it works. That's the saying. Past repeats itself.
Right.
So in the past, in comedic science, the holy trinity that exists is actually man, woman, and child. And then they erased the Black woman from that and made it a man, a spirit, and a child. But we know as above, so is below. So ain't no men getting with spirits to have kids. Men get with women,
right? And
then we procreate. So it was called the divine balance because it would perpetuate life on the planet.
Cool.
So
yeah.
If you go back to that, then they go take their rightful place back.
That's it.
And again, back in the day, they were our leaders. It's a European concept that men are the leaders of the home. In our religion, it was actually the women who led our home.
Major. Dig it. Absolutely. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. Yes, history, I think, will repeat itself. You know what I'm saying? The more we're starting to wake up and we're starting to have these conversations, these things will come back into our social minds, and then we can start to talk about it and say either agree or disagree, right? But as we talk about it, that's how we're going to get to the solution. So you have to be open to other people's thoughts, even if it sounds crazy. Even if you grew up thinking, well, my dad was always in the house and he made the most money. He's got the nice car. He's got the nice watch. There's other ways that people can live, right? Cool.
But then he went to his woman and said, Baby, do you mind if and always was begging. You forgot about that part. You thought he was the man.
Yeah.
He's like, I run this house. She's like, what you say? It's nothing, baby. I was talking to the kids.
Right. Excellent. How y'all doing? Welcome. Y'all feeling good? All right. Excellent. Well, yeah. So women in the future. Kayla, hey, what's up? Quick question. So, women in the future. What do you think that women are going to be like in the future? Everything. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
For the most part, I think
Mm-hmm.
we're not running everything.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. A lot of potential being overlooked, right? We gotta tap into that for sure. Shayna, how you feeling?
I'm good. How are you?
God, I'm feeling good. We have a woman here who helps bring babies into this world. Miss Shayna is a doula. You want to talk a little bit about what you do, Miss Shayna?
So I coach moms from birth through postpartum, and basically we address all areas of wellness to make sure that she's addressing all the different things that help her to stay well while she's having her baby and while she's raising her baby. So it's been a beautiful journey.
All right, excellent. Do you think we need more doulas in this world?
Oh, yes.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I believe that we do, but we need more Black doulas because started with Black women, and we are the ones that have been left out. So, like, the system has basically designed it so that we are failing. The numbers are 1 in 3. Like, we die 1 in 3 chances of Black moms die, 1 in 3 chances of babies die. And if you cut a pie in 3, that's a lot. So I feel like, yes, we need more doulas, but we need more Black doulas that protect Black spaces when we are having babies.
Okay, cool. All right, give Miss Shayna a hand. That's a very dope thing, very powerful thing to have. And she's got her young ones with her today. Naila, what's up? Why you turning around like that? Like I caught you in the middle of something. You all right? Are you plotting over there with Miss Sarah over there? What's going on over there? No, all right, cool. Just checking. Oh, okay, all right, cool. Naila, women in the future. What do you think women are going to be like in the future? Sarah, you can answer this question too. Strong? Okay, cool. Strong at what? Like powerlifting strong or like making laws strong? Women are going to get superpowers and just have, Okay, all right, cool. They already got them.
It's only hard because they're going to be stronger than a lot of things.
Okay.
Like,
a lot of things. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of things to be strong at for sure. Sarah, same question.
I think the same thing.
Okay, cool. You have a special woman in your life that you look up to?
My sister.
Your sister? Okay, cool. What does your sister do?
Well, we talk a lot. I don't know. I think she's like helps.
All right, cool. All right, now talking definitely helps. All right, cool. So very great answer. Very good answer. Give yourself the round of applause. That was really good. Really good conversation. John, you want to take over?
Yeah.
I'm gonna clip a mic on you. So we can have, yeah, we getting official now, sir. I got you.
Cool. So I love this Women's Infinity Month concept because I don't really believe time like happens and it's over, right? Like you said, it happens in cycles. And I think it's really important that we be grounded in a difficult reality of what it's like to be a woman today. So I'd love to hear from a few of the women here about what are some of the things that are really hard about especially being a Black woman in Buffalo in 2023. Anything. Yeah,
We're looked at as education and all of the knowledge that we know is like almost minuscule in the eyes of some people. I'm only speaking from my own experience working within the hospital system, understanding that I probably am quite educated in the room, but they look at me as if I don't understand what you're saying. They try to speak over me. They use terms that they think I don't know. And I think it makes it very difficult because I'm not the angry Black woman until I'm Friday. So I feel like it's really difficult to hold that balance because the second you see me come out of character and get angry, it's for a reason. But of course, they're never gonna specifically say, well, we pushed her. We pushed her to do it. So it makes it very hard to walk the line because cross me with my children, cross me with my family, cross me with my mother, or any of that, you can see it. And it can be taken out of context and I can be discredited based on the fact that I'm of age.
Wow, that's deep. Yeah, I think it's important that we take some time during Women's History Month to listen and hear and really understand why it's important and why people, why isn't there a men's month? Well, why, this and why that? They're like, we're still in a situation where women are definitely treated politically and interpersonally so differently from men, but then it's so acceptable that a lot of times we don't notice that. Any other women in the room, young women, want to talk a little bit about why it's hard to be a woman in 2023 in Buffalo right now?
Or any solutions, ideas y'all have that we can change some stuff? That everybody always talk about problems.
What are some solutions?
Well,
More resources.
yeah, we gotta listen to even understand what he's on. So go ahead. Absolutely.
Oh, like all right people.
Wow.
You might want to answer that. Yes.
As a black woman, I don't feel so easy, so difficult. Still find it dodging a lot of ways. No. Walk into the room. This. Can't do this. That. But make her do A, B, C, D, and not actually. I don't know what you're doing. Around and feeling to move on to don't feel I gotta move myself. I'm really here to collaborate a lot. Really help. I do. Here. Yeah, so like listening for understanding.
You in your 30s?
I believe the same thing and just kind of piggybacking off of it because just in addition to it, like solutions, I'm solution based. I do a lot of things solution based. I'm not waiting for the system that failed us in the first place to save us. And so as I am coaching these mothers, to be the best that they can be, I'm also coaching them out of the system. Don't wait for them to tell you what to do. Do the things that you need to do for yourself and understand that you have power within your own self to do the things that you're expecting other people to do. I think that, honestly, like what the future looks like is us being more cohesive as a group of people because we can do it, we've seen it. But there's strength in numbers. We're going to keep doing that and multiplying the people who we know are going to produce better families, better babies, better everything based on, being a mom and feeling a community. You can't really start anything without a mother. You can't start without a mother. So all of our wounds have basically birthed all of y'all. So I think that sometimes when we look at it that way, realizing that the system was designed for us to fail, so why are we looking at the system?
Yeah. So how many people in this room think that two people doing the same job should get paid the same amount of money? Raise your hand. Right? You a little. Keep say, huh?
The reason why I say yes and no is I know that there's a big controversy right now in sports. The women are really
Yeah.
however, the tough part that they run into is that sports are paid out via
Right.
So fortunately, something like basketball, ludicrous versus women's basketball. And how well they play, don't get me wrong, it's not that they're talented, but there's just an area of that specific thing.
Right.
There's money generated there, so there's money to pay out. So that's what
Well, and that's it's a complicated question, and that's like maybe a couple thousand people between the NBA and the WNBA.
Let me finish.
Okay.
The flip side of this, I have a daughter that's an adult, and she lives in Texas right now. One of her struggles is that she's in a male-dominated business.
Right.
She knows the job, knows how to do the job well, but she's having a hard time actually getting a job and getting paid fairly because the industry is male-dominated.
Right.
And that's why I said like that, is because there's certain areas where I can kind of see it, but there's other areas where it's like just because it's a male-dominated industry, you have people that do the job the same. Why would you not pay them?
Exactly.
So that's the reason why I was kind of like, go either way.
Right.
But I guess
It is very situational. The NBA WNBA thing is an odd situation. It really only impacts a couple thousand people, but on average in Erie County, Black women make 71 cents for every dollar a white man makes. So what do you think that does to a person when they're doing a job? They know they're doing the same job as somebody else, and they are literally getting a third less. That might make somebody angry, right? Makes me angry just thinking about it. And that's the thing is, and then Black men make 82 cents to the dollar of a white man. So I think just the whole point of what I want to say here is that there are still real reasons why we need to celebrate, uplift, and change the narrative about women, because right now, still, we have a lot of bad talk and bad images, especially of Black women. Like when you look on the internet and you look on TV, what do you see Black women being portrayed as?
Men, bad, men, tired, men. Any dude that with a full goatee throwing a wig, and they be like, "Oh, he's a woman." Look at Tyler Perry. I'm like, well, we all know that 6'5" extra diesel dude is a man. We'd be like, nah, that's how women be acting. And I'm like, women be having kids. They ain't having no kids. Women be raising families. He pulling out guns, and I don't see no Black woman of any correct mindset doing any of the things that you see in movies, TV, and like even the fact that if you didn't notice, I peeped it immediately. Where all the eyelashes at? Where all the weaves at? Oh, they don't really care about how we doing. They care about certain things. But these ladies, when they come natural, they care about us in our natural state.
So there's a perfect example. You talk about hair, right? You talk about appearance. There are all different kinds of stories about how Black women are supposed to look, and then even if they do look that way, who they are just because of how they look. So I think it's really important for all of us to think about the women in our lives that are important to us and make sure that their stories are being told, because every single person's story counters this story that they're trying to build, because it's fake, right? Yes, those women do exist that we see on TV and on Instagram, but are they most people? Are they the people in our lives? So we think it's really important to uplift the stories of the people that we know who are really doing amazing things, like bringing babies into the world, like Drea bringing food to people and halal food. So we're going to quickly go through a couple women that a lot of people have not been taught about in our schools. So up here, how many people here are familiar with the Civil Rights Movement? Okay. What do you know about the Civil Rights Movement? And this ain't a quiz. There's no wrong answer. I'm not trying to come at you. I'm just curious, like what you know and what you've been taught about it. Yeah. So when you think about the civil rights movement, name a person that's associated with the civil rights movement, or who you think about when you think about it. Dr. Martin Luther King. And whenever you see Dr. Martin Luther King, you see a whole lot of people around him, right? Yeah. So who do you think got those people set up to hear the great words that he had to say? Actually, it was Miss Ella Baker. So Dr. Martin Luther King started two organizations, the Southern Christian Leadership Conference and the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee. And Ella Baker was the founding chairwoman of both organizations. And Ella Baker believed that strong people need each other and don't need singular leaders. And her and Martin Luther King had a lot of beef, but they still worked together because they needed to pass the Civil Rights Act. They needed black people to be able to vote because white women were going around saying, well, we got the right to vote in the late 1800s. What is everybody complaining about? All women can vote. And Ella Baker said, oh, no, no, no. No, it wasn't until 1965 that black women got the right to vote. And black women were the last group of people who were able to vote. And that's why there's so much time that we have to make up for political power. And then if we keep telling the story, Martin Luther King over and over again, and don't tell the story of Ella Baker, who is the central person who went to all those communities, who identified and found the leaders in Selma and Birmingham and Montgomery and all those places, then we tell a story of a singular man walking around like he's got all the power in the world. And he was a great man, but there were also many great women behind him. And I love this quote that she said, in order to see where we're going, not only must we remember where we've been, but we must understand where we've been. And so that's what this is about right now. We got to understand where we've been, and we can really imagine what is possible 7 generations from now. And the woman 7 generations behind us said freedom was possible. So we could be in this room today. They said women could buy houses. You know, it wasn't until 1974 that a woman could buy a house. So it's no wonder that black women have the least wealth of any group in the country because they were the last group to be able to buy houses and hold wealth. So I think a lot of times we think, oh, everything's good. We see all this woke stuff. We see all these commercials with lots of women smiling and moving on up and stuff. But the reality is it's still really difficult. We can go to the next one. My favorite woman of all time, the General Harriet Tubman. Whenever you say Harriet Tubman's name, I want you to say General. So I'm gonna say, so every time that you refer to Harriet Tubman was the first black woman to be a general in the U.S. Army. She wasn't some little old lady just kind of walking people wading in the water. She was a general. She was clipped up. She had a whole team of people who stole slave ships. Could you imagine that? I want to see that movie, right? We've seen all kinds of movies made. I want to see the movie of her on the Mississippi River, right? Wading in the water, not just carrying people, but literally running surgical military strikes on these ships to free our people. So when I think about Harriet Tubman, I think about a woman who got so fed up with how oppressed she was that she decided, hey, you know what? Because I'm a woman, because I'm tiny, they never gonna see me coming. They never gonna see me coming. And they would have never let a man do what she did. And so in a twisted way, the patriarchy, the way that she was so underlooked is the very reason why she was able to free so many thousands of slaves and then train a generation of people after her to run the Underground Railroad and to steal more and more ships to the point that Abe Lincoln was like, all right, we're going to have to emancipate some of these people because they emancipated themselves. So I got to take control of the situation. Yes, ma'am. Harriet Tubman? I'm actually not familiar with her, so I'm gonna you just educated me on somebody that I'm gonna have to look up, and you might be right.
A pitcher full of ice cold water and but then her husband got hurt and then the mother never got hurt. She helped the one man and then she had fired the family that British
Man, we got some young historians in here. I'm learning so much. So I need. Wow. Wow. That's yeah. Cool. Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Keep schooling us. So you should just stand up here. I'm gonna sit down.
Some men sitting at a table, spied on them, and they were planning to attack Americans. And she went and told the Americans. And then the Americans
Wow.
That's all you got enough to write a movie.
Yeah. But we're gonna bring that back when we do our last section because it sounds like y'all know about some real heroes. Real quick, so we got to keep it moving. Where was the Underground Railroad? Yeah, it came through Buffalo. So Harriet Tubman used to run through these woods before these houses were here. She was running. Have y'all ever been to the foot of Ferry? Well, one day maybe if you join our summer camp, we're gonna take you down there. And if you've ever been downtown and you see there's this big arch that says African American Corridor, Michigan Avenue all the way up to Niagara Falls and the foot of Ferry is where everybody was trying to go. And I think a very important thing about that is everybody talks about how bad the South was. Well, these people ran all the way up from the South, got all the way up to the top of the North, the Buffalo, Niagara Falls, New York. It's about as high as you can get right here in the North. And they still swam. If you ever looked over the Peace Bridge, they still swam there, which tells you how bad the North still was. They was not free. So they still swim across to get to Canada because Canada offered more freedom. Canada offered more resources to Black people, and there wasn't a Fugitive Slave Act. So the Fugitive Slave Act meant, and that's where we get bounty hunters from, right? That's a concept that's in a lot of movies, a lot of comics now. But if they caught you on the Underground Railroad, they would literally pay whoever caught you double the value that you had to your owner to bring you back. So everybody had to get to Canada because if you stayed in the United States, somebody was going to come looking for you and try to walk you all the way back. So the Underground Railroad that she built went from Lynchburg, Virginia, to Niagara Falls. And we're going to be taking some different field trips with some of the programs we're running in the summer to show everybody some of these sites. And also that Harriet Tubman was an herbalist and an environmentalist who really understood the woods, the different plants that you could eat, different ways to survive. So y'all watch those shows like Survivor and all that. So this is what Harriet Tubman was really doing with thousands of our people to get them free and establish the movement that was able to abolish slavery that they called the Niagara Movement because of how many people she brought up here and how it attracted Black intellectuals to say, we're all here in the same place. So that's the history of the place that we live in. And that's the history we're trying to build off of so we can go 7 generations forward. Next one. Go ahead. What?
Why were they leaving the North for slavery if this was so much freedom?
Because of the Fugitive Slave Act, because they would be hunted.
But I thought there was freedom there.
Well, there was technically slavery was illegal in the North.
No.
But
That's what I thought you were going to say. If slavery was made illegal in the South, it was very illegal in the North. We only wanted the South to release slavery. That's why when it came north, they wouldn't be coming to North. They would be coming to Canada. The slaves that fought against the British were fighting against their own interests. Britain had freed slaves, where America wanted to keep slavery. We're the only country that had to have a war to end slavery. Everybody else realized it was the wrong thing to do. So, we were fighting against our own interests when we were helping America against Britain. Bad idea. Just like some Native American tribes fought with the Confederacy against the North to keep slavery.
yeah, because a lot of Native Americans benefited.
Yeah, fighting against their own interests.
Right.
So slavery was still very legal in the North. We only freed slaves in the South. So now if you're free in the South and they're trying to kill you, well, you don't want to be killed, so you go north. You realize, oops, I made it back to slave territory. Now I wouldn't be killed, but I'd be kept my entire life in slavery. Well, the farther north I get, the closer to Canada. And once I get over that water, now I'm free.
Right.
Not Buffalo. Buffalo is not a free area. This is a heavily invested in slavery.
And we're gonna go
That's
to
why there's churches like the one on Broadway. If you go into their basement, you can actually see the door that went into other people's houses and the that went through underground in Buffalo, Georgia.
And just imagine what it would take for you to want to, like, you look at the water today. How afraid would you have to be to want to swim across? Right? Exactly. So some other people, some other women in Black history that don't get talked about enough. Bell Hooks. So there's a whole conversation about how we do education, talk about self-care, talking about intersectionality, how different issues affect those things. So right now, people are just catching up to where Bell Hooks was in the early 70s and late 80s as she built a powerful movement in education. And I think that's important. We talk about people fighting in the streets, but we don't talk about people fighting in academia to be able to have young Black kids be able to study themselves. There was a whole movement to create Black studies in college because there was no information about Black people whatsoever in school. Even when I was a kid in the 90s, I did not get the type of information that y'all were kicking back to us. So this quote, she says, dominator culture has tried to keep us all afraid, to make us choose safety instead of risk, sameness instead of diversity, moving through fear, finding out what connects us, revealing our differences is the process that brings us closer, that gives us a world of shared values and meaningful community. The classroom, with all its limitations, remains a location of possibility. Now, y'all go to school right now. Do you classrooms feel like there's a lot of things that are possible to happen in them? They feel like places you can kind of do what you want and you feel free? No, exactly. And that's for a reason. And so she said, in that field of possibility, we have an opportunity to labor for freedom, to demand ourselves and our comrades an openness of mind and heart that allows us to face reality, even as we collectively imagine ways to move beyond boundaries, to transgress, which means to fight through something. And this education is a practice of freedom. And so I believe our education system was designed to be a practice of control. And that's why kids don't like school. And that's why we do this, because we want education to be a practice of freedom where people are understanding themselves, the world, and each other, and how we can all figure things out. And those ideas that are coming through in all kinds of places and DEI and have all kinds of buzzwords, they came from Bell Hooks going into universities like Harvard, Princeton, and Stanford and saying, Black women deserve to be here. And Black women understand the world in a way that you couldn't possibly because you're not treated like us. Oh, you go to the next one. And then this is Angela Davis, another woman who went from being a part of the Black Panther Party to literally taking over college education. And, her book, Race, Women, and Class, really, became like a centerpiece of what Black women's studies has now become. And I love this quote. She says, when I was underground, enormous numbers of Black women were arrested and harassed. I came to realize the government feared the political potential of Black women. And I believe it's designed to limit that potential, because when you limit the potential of women, you also limit the potential of children and families. And that's why African cultures were matriarchal. They centered women, right? The whole purpose of African cultures was to uplift and make sure that women and children were safe and taken care for. And that is obviously not how we do in America. He also said, when Black women win victories, it's a boost for virtually every other segment of society, because Black women have been placed at the bottom. So the things that Black women want and need for society are the things that everybody needs and are being denied them. And when Black women get what they need, that also means that everybody else is really getting what they need. And the last thing I'll just say before we move on, she said, you have to act as if it's possible to radically transform the world. And you have to do it all the time. And that means every time we put on our phones, every time we turn on the TV, every time we come in a room and somebody is like, with that attitude, and I don't even know what they saying half the time, but they're making those kind of noises and just dejected. We have to act like everything that we believe is possible all day, every day, and it will be true. And they want to keep sending us messages that we're not good enough. They want your teachers to tell you it's not smart enough, or because you can't sit still, you can't learn what they're teaching you. So she taught a generation of Black women how to do that. And I think so much of where we're at today comes from the minds of these women and the way that they were able to transfer their knowledge and their spirit with knowledge. Like their spirit comes in words. Like you read the words of like white writers sometimes, and I'll be zoning out. But when I read the words of these women, it's captivating because you could feel the power, the energy, and the determination behind it. And I just imagine Angela Davis was giving guns to the Black Panthers. She's the one who gave Assata Shakur the guns that she used to fight for her freedom. She was arrested beat the case in the middle of defending her doctoral thesis at Harvard. Like that's just some amazing things. So hopefully one day somebody decides to make a movie about this wonderful Black woman and how she has impacted so many different levels of society in different ways. To me is mind blowing. So we just wanted to give you a couple people who you don't still alive. I'm sorry, still alive, still writing books, still giving speeches. Go on YouTube. She is still speaking her truth. But we just wanted to give you a couple women who aren't often talked about, and a context about not just the poorest women or women who fought the hardest, but women who often don't get seen, but their ideas do. So thank you. Yep.
Now we're gonna go into our reading portion. Today we have a superhero. That's not true. We got Moon Girl. Who's heard of Moon Girl before? Yeah? All right, cool. Was that your first exposure to her? Okay, cool. What do you think so far? Yeah, beautiful joke. Yeah. All right, cool. Who else? Who else? What about Moon Girl? Who else? Who else? Who else? Okay. Okay. Nice. Go. Cool. You remember what happened in the comic? Which comic it was? Gotcha. All right, dig it. Is it your first time hearing about Moon Girl? Whose first time is it hearing about Moon Girl? All right, cool. Not a problem. Moon Girl is a young genius and an inhuman. Her name is Lunella Lafayette. And she's the smartest person in the Marvel Universe right now. What makes her smart is because she's so young and she's doing things that Tony Stark wasn't doing until he's an adult. Right? So she's super cool. So we want to put that.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
How that works. Yeah. X-Men. All right. Cool. Dope. All right. So that's a little bit about Moon Girl. Y'all saw she's got some heavy hitters in her corner, right? I saw the X-Men. Who else did y'all see? Who else did y'all notice? Iron Man. Yep. Iron Man and Ironheart, actually. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Okay. Unplug that HDMI and plug it right back in for me. All right. Who else did we notice in the video? Who else? Her pet dinosaur. Yes, she has a giant pet dinosaur. His name is Devil. You said what? From the past. Yeah, he is time displaced, lost in time. She built a machine that was supposed to be able to transport something. She was playing around. She's just, I don't know. I'm gonna build a transdimensional portal because why not? And then she ended up bringing a giant dinosaur through. But they have a telepathic connection because she has a superpower that allows her to not only be super smart, but also connect with her pet dinosaur. Oh, thank you. Go back to the yellow tab right there. I'm sorry. Oh, you're going to share screen? All right, cool. Thank you. Yep. So she's also a dope skater. She's got skate. How many kids like to skate? Dope. How good are you at skating? Like if I put a ramp in front of you, would you go up the skate, do a trick, and then jump down? No. Okay. All right. Roller skating. Sorry, roller skating. Yeah. I mean, did anybody else do any type of skating? Roller skating, rollerblading. Gotcha. Wheels. All right. Yeah. I skated a little bit. I didn't do no tricks, but I got from A to B. That was the important. Right. Quiet. Right.
I like watching people, especially at the old school skating rinks.
Oh yeah.
Putting on the
Yeah.
grooves,
There you go.
just sliding around.
Word up, word up. Take it off? All right, thanks so much, y'all. We'll be in touch. Thank you so much. All right, cool. They left us right before the work came. Okay, sorry. We'll work it out. So, the comic we're reading today is Moon Girl from 2003. It's a really new series that's still out, so you can probably find some physical copies of it. But Moon Girl has been trapped in a video game by a devious game developer named Lord Zeppelin. Luckily, her robot servant called in a fellow girl genius by the name of Princess Shuri to assist her in her journey. While Devil Dinosaur and a reprogrammed Dr. Doombot aren't much help to either of them, Shuri and Moon Girl's big brains are more than enough to defeat Lord Zeppelin. You don't just have one girl genius in the room, now you got two girl geniuses at work. All right, so I'm about to stream this to the laptop. All right, cool. So how it works, we all take turns reading. All right, so we'll probably just go around the room. That makes it the easiest. And then we're going to read Moon Girl. All right, so you're kind of jumping into the middle of a story right now, but it's going to make a lot of sense. All right, so here we go. Moon Girl, part 4. All right. Lunella's glitched out and disappeared from the game. Classic. Princess Shuri, I need your directives. What do we do? Don't panic. So that's Moon Girl's little servant robot freaking out. Old gaming systems did this all the time. All it needs is a little tap. Initiating reset. And then she ends up shaking the game. She just told her just tap it, right? And now she's shaking the machine around. All right, so she's shaking it around. Stop! I said a tap, not a shake. But then something flies out of the game system. It's a little piece of paper. Shuri picks it up. What's this, Lunella bot? Lucas Zelmer, Elna Z, Lord Zeppelin. I think Shuri's gonna find something out. All right. Next scene. All right, who wants to read for us first in this corner? Don't all jump at once. You got it? All right. Here you go, Joel.
Meanwhile,
all right, something's feeding into it.
I didn't mean to make Moon Girl glitch out, but I can't have her showing me up like this.
All right, so this looks like it's Lord Zeppelin. He's got some type of game. The first comic where it showed this was like weird. He was experimenting with a game system, and then there was a lightning storm outside, and then it zapped him, and now he's got game controller arms. It's weird.
I may have underestimated her, but that could work to my benefit. The data from her gameplay will help me improve my life's work.
All right, so he's controlling the game that Moon Girl's stuck inside of. And that's his face. Wow. I know, right? That's a very smackable face.
I'll increase the difficulty and limit the items she can find per level. Moon Girl will have to score big to earn anything from this point on.
All right, so the more that Moon Girl's kicking butt at the game, the more he's trying to make it harder for her to succeed. Sound kind of familiar?
Right.
All right. So he hits the beep-boop box.
Oh, you've done it again, LZ.
He's kicking back, thinking everything's fine.
Another coding masterpiece. Bring on the delicious data.
All right, cool. Next reader. Yep, absolutely. All right, Naila, you ready? You just speak into it. Yep. Don't need it. Go ahead.
Oh, great. Stop glitching. That was so weird, Shuri. I wonder if that creep had anything to do with it. Possibly I'm going to investigate some things regarding our wannabe game as of the year.
All right, so she was glitching out. I know, right? With the boots. All right, go ahead.
For now, let's focus on the next level. Ready?
Go! All right. Yeah.
Streets of the West Zone?
Mm-hmm. All right, next reader, please. Go ahead, Sarah. Nice and loud for us. Nope. Okay, cool. You got it, Noah? All right, cool. Nice and loud. Make sure you're talking to the mic.
This level is different. Yet it's not also programmed with like
Areas.
areas I'm familiar with. Whoa, this is tricky. I bet it is, but it's not let's not waste time. Like sight.
Sightseeing. Yep. Yep. You start up there.
Right. So, what would be the quickest way?
You can go this one.
I see
Lordy's
Lord's Road.
mods. He's making modifications. Yep.
I have changed the beginning of this level. This is just a curious.
Yes.
Yes. But I think the quickest way to grow level will be bounce on
The awnings.
awning.
Mhm.
Easy enough.
That's easy enough, right? I hope she doesn't have to go down. That's kind of scary. So she's got some. So she's got. I'm sorry. Yeah. So she's got some garbage cans. She needs some fight. Maybe some guys sweeping and jackhammering. Some giant birds with visors. That's random. So she's thinking she can crawl, bounce on the awnings, and she can get over all the obstacles. I don't know if I've ever tried to hit a garbage can. I don't know how. I would need the boxing gloves.
I have.
You did? How did that work out for you?
It hurt.
Were you just trying to see what would happen if you kicked the? Fair enough. I mean, that's an experiment, right? Want to see how the glass breaks and shatters, or the ice breaks and shatters? All right. So who wants to play the birds? Who wants to make some calling sounds? Go ahead, Noah. Keep reading.
Nice try, Skyrat. Pardon me for the noise.
All right. So she's skating. All right. Next reader. All right, Miss Shana.
What the heck?
All right. So something shot up through the awning. Oh, the jackhammer. Oh, that's what he was doing.
I'm falling.
Ooh,
Bam.
wipe out.
Lunella, you can do it. Jump back up that awning and take it slow. Right.
All right. So she jumps back on there.
Okay, easy does it. Incoming.
Okay.
All right. She's getting ready to punch that thing. Oh, got stuck in her hand.
What's going on? Why did they start doing that? The game got good again. I blame the atrocious gameplay on you, Princess Sherry, but you're just holding the controller. But what again? Exactly.
All right.
Wait, are they?
They're not playing as her. What Shuri's doing? She grabbed the controller so she can have a better idea of how to navigate. She's thinking like a gamer, right? So she's helping the controller's helping her muscle memory to coach Shuri on how the dynamics of the game work out. Yeah. All right.
It helps me think, Doombot. Anyway, Lunella, open your inventory.
Okay. Next reader. Here, I'll take the mic. All right. What up, gentlemen? How y'all feeling? Y'all want to read? You can read all right here off this tablet.
Oh, okay, because my eyes.
Yeah. It's all good. You just scroll up when you're ready. I got you.
Help me think, Doombot. Anyway, Lunella,
Mhm.
open your inventory. Thank you.
Yep.
Now what? You need to make something to help you deflect those attacks. Combine the glove with the spring.
Okay, she's crafting. All right.
Then combine your new item with the trash can lid.
All right. So now she's got a trash can lid spring glove.
I hope this works.
We gonna see. You can say that too.
Bang. Oomph. It worked. Something I made work and didn't go haywire. I'm unstoppable.
Hitting the birds.
Lunella bot, keep watch for a second. I think she's got it from here.
All right, cool. Next reader. All right, you jumping in?
What am I doing?
You can speak into the mic and then you can read off the comic. All right, you got it.
Devil Dinosaur, I think we have our key to figuring out who we truly are dealing with.
All right, so Sherry's working.
What's wrong? A brain, nothing to say.
Yeah, call him P Brains. Call him Devil Dinosaur Dumb.
That's Dr. Doom.
Yeah, that's so Dr. Doom, one of his robots got reprogrammed to pretty much be a butthead. So he's talking like Dr. Doom would talk, but that's not actually Dr. Doom.
And
all right. So the Devil Dinosaur is not having it.
This just got even more interesting. Rule. The plot thickens.
The plot thickens. Okay, thank you, Mr. Lonnie. Appreciate that. All right, James, you want to jump in here? All right, there you are.
The plot thickens.
Yep, so there's some missing children. So earlier in the previous comic, Lord Zeppelin was testing out his game system on his friends. So I believe those are the kids who went missing. Yep.
Lucas Zelmer.
Mm-hmm.
To be continued.
Okay, all right, that's coming. All right, cool. Thank you, everybody, for reading. That was good. Great job. All right. Ashim got a secret identity and everything. I ain't gonna blow it up, but he be doing stuff. That's why he's always late. Welcome, Ashim. Welcome. Good. Have a seat. All right, cool. So, what do we think about the comic? What do we think?
I like it.
You let them know. Yeah, absolutely. So, yes. Yep. Yeah. Like I said, she's got her own Disney show and everything now too, so you can definitely watch the cartoon. But yes, so we've covered Shuri, we've covered Ironheart, and it only felt right covering Moon Girl. So now we got 3 powerful Black women who are super geniuses in our ranks as far as us reading. All right, cool. So, what is any thoughts? Any thoughts about the comic first off? Yeah, cool. All right, loving it. All right, cool.
Where can you get it?
The Marvel Unlimited app. Pay $10 a month, and you can read pretty much any comic that Marvel has. As long as like 3 months, older than 3 months. So anything that pops out brand new, it takes a while for it to get onto the platform. But other than that, Marvel Unlimited app is the where you can stream it at. Oh yeah, sorry. So on Disney Plus.
Yeah, you can also get the comic book. She also has a current run going on right now too. You pick up the comic at
Yeah.
I recommend go to Gutter Pop. Really rock with us.
Yep. Shout out to Gutter Pop. All right.
I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I honestly, the only thing I really knew about Moon Girl was that she had a dinosaur.
Okay.
So, I didn't know that she was a young genius like that. I think it's kind of cool. I think it's cool that like just the storyline that she has, it gives me a better understanding of who she is. So I don't know if I knew that they were coming out with a series on Disney, but I don't know if it out yet on Disney.
Yeah, it's out.
So yeah, I did plan on diving into it, but I just hadn't gotten a chance yet. So I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah, gotcha. All right. For sure.
Executive producer is Lawrence Fishburne.
Yep, Lawrence Fishburne's producing it. Yep, Raphael Sadiq on the music, I believe. Yeah. What about over here? How did y'all think about the comic?
Me, truthfully, I've never heard of Moon Girl. This is the first time I actually heard of her.
Okay.
So definitely something.
All right. Yeah, it's good to introduce new characters. I mean, there's so many of them, right? You can only get so many movies and comics movies and shows and everything. So that's why we like to read the comics, because that adds on another layer of finding out about new cool things. For sure,
I
for sure.
that's just one I like.
All right, cool. Baba, what'd you think? Nice. All right, cool. All right, dig it.
I like the ingenuity. Like I like how she put the, she's a problem solver.
Yeah.
And I kind of like how they set the stage of the game being a lot like life. Like the better you get, the harder it gets. And just how I felt that, and yeah, just seeing also how like I like how her and Shuri just like they don't even acknowledge the problem's a problem almost. Like they don't, that time when you just like, man, I got to deal with this. They just like, you got to deal with this. Like, let's go. Okay. We put the garbage can on my thing. I'm knocking it out. Like, there's no like thought process. There's no self doubt. There's no can I do this. It's just like that's what I love about these characters is that they just it's not just that they're intelligent, but they're confident. And I don't see that a lot. Like when I watch shows, you just see people kind of being awkward and passive aggressive and telling lies, and the whole show is about one person telling a lie and it gets bigger. And I like that these characters are they're intelligent, they're decisive, and they get things done by like working together, and they don't make human interaction like seem so awkward. You know what I mean? It seems like it flows. When I watch TV and I watch these shows, I'm just like, all these kids is just awkward, like awkwardly being around each other and not really working together. So, but I love it a lot, and I love that they do it with Moon Girl, they do it with Ironheart, and they do it with Shuri. But they're all very different. It's not like they're just trying to make a bunch of little black girls. So the writers there's like a person. Like I know there's a little Lunella somewhere in somebody's life that they kind of inflated and bigged up a little bit, but you could tell like there's a reality. I'm just excited about where they take them, and especially Eve Ewing writing the new Black Panther, because I think we're going to see a lot more of all of them working together, as young black women leading the Marvel universe as an example of what needs to happen in the world.
Yeah. Dope. Cool. Excellent. I'm going to skip down to a question. If you got trapped in a video game, which one would you be best at surviving in? Please don't say Call of Duty, because no, go ahead. What's up?
Probably all of them. I'm pretty good at obbies.
Okay, all right. Well, name a few.
You got Roblox.
Roblox. Okay.
Yeah, Fortnite.
All right. Fortnite.
Like escape hobbies. I like those escape.
Okay. All right. Cool. Interesting. Go ahead, Ashim. Minecraft. Okay. Why Minecraft? Why do you think you got good survival in Minecraft?
Because I could like break trees with my fist.
Okay. All right.
I would be jacked.
Yeah. Oh, plus 20 muscle. All right. Dig it. Anybody else? Yeah. I got one too. Minecraft too. Okay. Minecraft easy. All right. Okay. All right. You gotta survive. You said Tetris. You said what?
Doors in Roblox, like it's like a game. Open the doors, and basically open the wrong door. You get shit.
Oh wow.
You can't open the that is not.
Well, that's kind of scary. How do you survive something like that? Do you just guess, or is it like?
I know. Basically, there's like a bunch of halls, right? It never stops. So like, if you have to open the door, you have to find the key, and to find the key, you will have like 3 minutes to find the key. Big old mansion. And you gotta open the doors, but some doors are boarded shut, and the key is in the door. What do you call those prior thingies? Crowbars? Yeah, you gotta find a crowbar.
Oh wow. Sounds like some pressure, right? A lot of pressure. Otis, you had something too?
For sure, for me, it's gonna be Destiny 2. Anyone that gets one that wants to smoke, please.
Word. Okay, all right. We got a little friendly competition.
Did he just do the martial arts?
All right. Oh man, I dig it. You need something? Okay.
Mine's will be easy.
You said
mine's will be easy. It'll be Pong.
Pong? All right. You can survive that. Yeah.
That's it.
Gotcha. Word. Yes, guys.
I was gonna say Destiny 2 because you're basically immortal in that game, and it'd be pretty fun.
Yeah. Word. Okay. Blowing stuff up. Aliens. Yeah.
Just say 2K.
2K. All right.
2K.
Right. Yeah. Okay. No falling blocks in 2K. Nothing. Nobody's shooting at you. Okay. No grenades. Oh, you kicked out the league. He said he a baller. Okay,
I
James.
was gonna say, I'm playing I was playing Hogwarts.
Hogwarts. Okay. All right.
Facts. It's a lot of learning
Mm.
and putting stuff into practice.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. I think it'd be fun. You know, all the recipes you can create and everything. Dig it. Dig it. Dig it. Cool. Young man. Need for Speed. Okay, we got a racer. All right, dope. What do you like about Need for Speed? All right, cool. What would you drive? What kind of car would you drive? A Lamborghini. Oh, my man balling out here. All right, I like it. He got the Need for Speed. Cool. Anybody else? Anybody else? Y'all know? Okay, all right. Whatever he's good with. You as passenger. All right. There's room in the car. There's room in the car.
Anybody play this game called Teardown?
Teardown?
Teardown. It's a computer game, and basically, you just get like lots of weapons and get to just blow stuff up. So
all right.
Just put you in environments, and you just get to blow stuff up all day. I think I can do that. You can't die. Nobody can kill you.
Yeah. All right. That sounds fun. I dig it.
Well, there's no other people. You just stuff and explosives and stuff.
Mm-hmm. All right. All right. Dig it. Dig it. Dig it.
Listen,
Cool.
to each their own. I don't even play games because I have enough going on.
All good. All good. All good.
I gotta get in another club. I got too much going.
Right. I'm like, I'm always 50. So.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Parents, if you would.
My friend Stefan, he must only has a war room to compress. And it's just like what you said, you get a hammer and sledgehammer, you get to break things up.
Nice.
So I have to connect with them if you don't already know him.
Let's go.
Get some of that anger out.
I got you.
You said they want to blow up.
What do they call it? Smash rooms.
Smash rooms. Oh yeah.
Now that I'll do.
See, that's
I'll do that.
Okay. All
Like
right.
in real life, hitting stuff.
all right.
Absolutely. Give me a hammer or something.
All right. Cool. Nice. 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 All right. Cool. Great answers. Very great answers. Mine is Pokemon. Pokemon, I'm good. Cool. Catch it. Flying some stuff. Surfing some stuff. Nice and easy.
Right. He didn't say Pokemon.
Yeah. That's all good.
Well, he's been on Roblox.
Well, can you make Pokemon in Roblox or something like that, or? Oh, look at that. Okay. All right. You got all the
Look
benefits.
at me.
All good. All good. All right. So for today's activity, we're going to pass out some paper in just a moment, but we're going to build a team of super women from any world you want to. They can be in our world. They can be in a fictional world. You can know them from comics, movies, anywhere you want. So just think, what if Michelle Obama teamed up with Shuri to stop hunger? Or what if Moon Girl and that girl Lele start a TV show, right? So it's not them. They don't have to just save the world. They can come up with something creative. All right, that's going to be our activity today. You can pick 2 or more figures from any time or any world to create, build, or do something incredible. All right. And then after we got our ideas up, we can try to put them in the AI and see what the AI creates. All right. So a few examples. We got Shuri, we got Moon Girl, we got Nubia from DC Comics, and then we got Issa Rae, we got that girl Lele, and then we have Ibtihaj Muhammad, who is the first woman to, I think she was an Olympic fencer, and she got a hijab on. I think she's the first Muslim Olympic fencer. So champion, she's winning. She's balling out here. All right, cool. And thank you. Get that for me. All right, cool. So just go back. All right, dope. You got some notebooks over there. We're gonna pass them out. All right, and I'll put some music on so we can jam. All right. So just start thinking about the heroes that you want to create. Again, they could be fictional, non-fictional. You can keep going. Yep. Cool. All right. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? No. All right. Cool. Let's get it. Oh, you got to thank you, Joel. Oh, grab that. Thank you, sir.
Yes. Listen, I need a good book like that. Gotta read it a couple times. Like, hold on, what they say?
Should I give it a couple?
Yes. I'm sorry. That was. Oh, Joe's got it. Yeah. One per table's fine.
You know that one of the things that separates humans, their ability to grow.
That's interesting.
One of the adaptations that humans have that other animals don't have is the ability to grow things fast. Like spears and
Oh, hi, buddy. How you doing? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
How's everything?
Everything's good. Museum program going on.
Yeah.
So I was just watching
Oh, you want to?